And so this video begins in the quiet New England town of Hope, New Jersey. I'm specifically starting right here because 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago this Halloween, I started my first filming locations video. You guys may know the original Friday the 13th was filmed here in Hope, New Jersey, also up the road in Blairstown, then eventually Camp Novi-Bushku, Camp Crystal Lake. I stayed the night at Camp Crystal Lake the last time I was in these parts, although I haven't been back to Hope since the first time I visited the filming locations to Friday the 13th. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J. This is my beautiful fiance, Chris the girl, and welcome to, I think this is day number 3 or 4 of this road trip. Yesterday, we were at the Spirit Halloween grand opening flagship store in Egg Harbor, New Jersey, which was about a 2.5 drive from there to here. And we have always wanted to do this. Today, we are revisiting. I say revisiting because I and Chris have both been to the filming locations of Friday the 13th. Now, you haven't been to the camp yet.
Yeah, definitely not all of them, for sure.
I've been to the camp twice. This is maybe your first time here in Hope.
I think so.
But Blairstown, we have both been to Blairstown, and that's where a huge chunk of the beginning of the movie was filmed, and also right here in Hope. I love this film. I don't think I have to say that if you've been watching the channel. Some of my biggest videos have been Friday the 13th videos, and I am so grateful to say that because I am such a huge fan since I was a kid. It was my dream to always go out and spend the night at Camp Crystal Lake, and I stayed there on Friday the 13th. And the first time I was there on Halloween 2020. And that is still, a lot of people ask me, what is your favorite experience of all time, Jay? Well, that's up there. That is one of the two. Today, we're going to enjoy this. I am going to show you some Friday the 13th filming locations that you haven't seen before, maybe some that you've seen. You have been out to the Blairstown Diner before, which is one of the 2 diners of the filming locations of the diners and Friday the 13th. The other one's right here. We're about to show you that here in Hope. But you've been there for their first ever Friday the 13th convention hosted at the Blairstown Diner. Do you want to talk a little more about that?
It was an awesome experience. That was like, what, 5 years ago or
while
something
ago.
like that. So I'm not going to lie to you. My memory is a bit fuzzy on it, but I remember it being awesome. And I was here on Friday, that was Friday the 13th.
That was.
As well. So that was really, really cool. I mean, for me, and I think a lot of people out there, my gateway to Tampa J was the Friday the 13th filming location. So whenever I saw that video, way before I even met Tampa J, started talking to him and stuff, I was like, I want to go there. I want to do that too. So that happened on my channel way early on, and now we're here together. So how about that?
So there you go, guys. I owe Jason my life in more ways than just one. So that's going to be fun, just visiting with you. That's what I'm most excited about. I've never been inside the diner. The diner is open. They have taken on the movie. There is something called the Slasher Burger on the menu. There's all kinds of Jason things on Friday the 13th things on the menu. We're going to highlight that. We're going to check that out. But first, we're going to start right here in Hope. And this is not going to be like a totally detailed filming locations video. If you didn't catch that one, it's the video on my page. It's posted right there. Check that out for all the filming locations. But as we come across them, not only am I going to point them out to Chris, we're going to try to recreate some of the scenes for you. So if you're a fan of the Friday the 13th, the original movie, you clicked on the right video today. We hope we do it justice once again. Thank you so much. And if you don't like horror, if you don't like that, I just hope you have a good time vicariously, because this is one of the most beautiful parts of this country. We are in Appalachia, or Appalachia as they say up here. Did you know that Jason is an Appalachian monster? Because the Appalachian Trail runs right above Camp Novi-Bushku, Camp Crystal Lake. I remember saying that during the tour. Just want to add that here. Okay. We're going to get started. And also, I'm getting hungry. How about you?
Yeah.
There's much ahead and much ahead. Okay, so I'm totally surprising Chris. I'm not setting this up before I fire up the camera. So you remember Crazy Ralph?
Yeah.
Played by Walt Gorney? Remember in the beginning when he's like, you're all doomed?
Yeah.
It's got a death curse.
Yeah.
Well, he actually says that right in front of this building on the corner here, Main and Wall Street. It might look familiar. His bike is actually like leaned up against this rail in the movie, and he kind of steps right through here, and Annie and the fuel truck driver are parked right here where this truck is today.
Okay.
He actually helps her up. It's a very awkward help up because remember he touches her rump and pushes her up there?
Yeah.
He pushes her up right there in the truck after they encountered Crazy Ralph right here in front of this building. You're going to Camp Blood, ain't ya? It's got a death curse. That happened right here. Not my best acting. I think I did it better the first time. And this is just down the street from the next filming location. All right, so the last time I was here was winter, and this antique store was not open, but this is the location of the diner in the beginning of Friday the 13th. This is where Annie walks into, and she asks for a ride, or is given a ride by the fuel truck driver. So in the movie, she's walking through Blairstown, and they cut and they use the inside of this present day antique store. Back then, I think it was a diner. And I just want to point this out. I haven't seen this. I had totally forgot about this. This Radio Flyer Town and Country wagon is probably as old as me, because I had this same wagon. And I remember it because we used to take the sides off and do crazy things with the sides. And so they are embracing the Jason here. Those are 20 bucks.
Is that?
That's the Crossroads Diner. Yeah.
That's cool.
So we are standing right where the scene took place. Annie actually walked right through that door. Cool. It's so cool to be in here.
Yeah.
And look, they have the exact screenshot that was filmed in this building. I think the door's been changed out, but that's it right there. Okay, so I took a photograph of that picture with my phone. Here you go. And now Annie walks right through that door. He's sitting here at the bar. You've got the cook and the waiter behind the counter. Yeah, you can really only just match up the windows and the door then and now. So right up here in the corner window of the screenshot, you can see a sign, and it says products. And that sign is still in the window today. So it's not a diner anymore. It's not a market. But the signs, as you see in Friday the 13th, are still in the window, confirmed right here in the screenshot. Up there in the right-hand corner. There it is right there. You see that? That sign right there. And also the window outside. Check this out. There's those two windows that you can see in the screenshot as well. So right there, sign and windows, sign and windows. Looks like they're selling a Friday the 13th documentary in here. Victim No More. Oh, I know this guy. Shout out to Johnny Horror on YouTube. There's a lot of cool antiques in here. They got some taxidermy on the wall. Got a boar, ram. Looks like a fox. Here we are now upstairs. There's an upstairs antique store. What'd you find? Mulan?
Yeah, that's
whoa. I remember those. Oh, there you go. Chris thinks she found some socks in her size.
No, some docks.
Docks?
Yeah.
Whoa, yellow
yeah,
docks.
Those are cool, huh?
Those are cool. Someone's a fan of Clint Eastwood. We got In the Line of Fire, The Bridges of Madison County, and one of my favorites, A Perfect World. And check this out, Firefox. Someone's a Clint Eastwood fan, or was.
Yeah.
They fit?
It's a perfect size.
Oh my gosh, how much are they?
$50.
Not bad. And they're selling some Friday the 13th signs in here. We got Nude Beach, Camp Crystal Lake. I think I like that one.
Yeah? I like them all. It's really
it's hard to pick. I think I'm going to take this Camp Crystal Lake sign too. Bought it at the filming location.
Perfect.
You looking for Camp Crystal Lake?
Yep. With my rock and my dogs.
It's a cool store. Come check them out if you're ever coming through Hope. Check out the filming location right here where it was filmed. And they have a lot of oddities in here that you can purchase too. This one right here that's a real stuffed bass there with some legs coming out of it. We bought some stuff in there. Yeah. I got the Friday the 13th sign. You got the rock.
Yep. And shoes.
You got the shoes.
Yeah.
All right, that was quite a surprise. I didn't expect to get in there. I didn't expect them to embrace the filming location. You don't always get that. stop in, check it out, see the actual interior diner from the opening of Friday the 13th, and buy stuff like we did if you want to. That's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
Also, there is one more filming location here in Hope, and we're gonna go check that out now, and then we'll head up to Blairstown. All right, so on the west side of Hope, up here, next to this church, is a cemetery. Now I'm just setting that up real quick. We're gonna stop. All right, here we are on the west side of town, right here at Mount Herman in Delaware. You can kind of see it on the shadows of the sign right here. Right there. There's an apartment complex over there. But right here, this cemetery, which is beside this church, this cemetery gate can be seen in Friday the 13th. When the fuel truck driver, his name is escaping me, stops right here and lets her out to walk down to Camp Crystal Lake. And right before then, he warns her not to go. Because of this sign right here in the back, on screen, you can see Hope, New Jersey. This is in the movie. And I always point that out because from that point on, if you're paying attention to the continuity, Jason is from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see this on Friday the 13th. Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
Directions to Blairstown, New Jersey.
Getting directions to Blairstown using Google Maps.
11 minutes from Hope. There we go. All right, we're taking a different way to Blairstown. Check out this tunnel. Then I remember. I don't remember coming this way. I don't remember the tunnel. Almost there. All right, guys. So we just parked in Blairstown. You want to tell them what I just did?
You just parked exactly where I parked when I was here originally. Because
That's funny.
Right over there is a like witchy kind of store, and I bought some sage.
I remember that in your
right
video.
Right inside of that store, and I remember like I parked right here. Yeah.
Meant
crazy.
to be. Meant
Yep.
to be.
Yep.
And the store she was just mentioning is Fragments and Rituals, and look at this. First time I was here in downtown Blairstown on Halloween.
I got that.
And the address to this right here is 31C. Halloween, Chris the girl. Look at that.
It's meant to be.
My mind's blowing right now.
Yeah.
So the moments filmed in Friday the 13th here in Blairstown, we're going to show you. These actually take place in the movie before you see the stuff at Hope. Now it's all coming together. Remember this store right here. Right there. We're going to show that. This is going to be the last thing we show down here. Then we're going to go to the diner. And Chris is wearing the appropriate backpack. She was going for the camping vibe, as you just said.
Yeah, going for kind of camp counselor chic today.
And
yeah.
Annie's walking through Blairstown with her camp backpack. So there you go. Her camping bag. All right, guys. So this building can be seen in Friday the 13th. But we're going to head into this park over here because the opening shot of the movie after the first kill scene in the beginning at Camp Crystal Lake, it's actually right over here in this park. Annie actually walks through this second little tunnel. She walks like right in here and walks out here. You can't recreate that. We can recreate part of it, but you can't recreate the scene right there because someone parked the truck. And I'm sure they have no idea that we were going to be here today, so it's not their fault. All right, Blair Academy. There's a college up here. We've got this awesome waterfall in this park. Now you don't see this on camera, but you do see this angle. Chris is standing right there, actually. All right, so right here, after the first kill scene at the camp, this is the first time you see daytime in Friday the 13th, because Annie's walking across this bridge right here. The camera is in a similar angle, and on screen you see Friday, June 13th, 1980. Like it comes up in white letters right here. And I always think of that moment because June 13th was my grandfather's birthday. And that's when we know that Jason's birthday is June 13th. Because later that night, Mrs. Voorhees says at the camp, his name was Jason. And today was his birthday. All right, I'm going to direct Chris. She's going to recreate Annie walking through Blairstown. Action. And then Annie walks right through here and walks right out of the second opening Boom, hit the truck. All right, I'm pretty sure it's the second one she walks out of. It's blocked, but we'll just use the third one to recreate the shot. Action. And then she walks right over here, and then it cuts. And then she's on the opposite side of town, which we're going to next. So we just left off down there, little movie magic. Next frame, Annie is walking down the sidewalk right here, and then walks right into the diner. But she actually walks right into the Hope Diner, the antique store today we were just at back in Hope. So this served as the outside of the diner. The Hope location was the inside. So you can see these buildings clearly in Friday the 13th. And if my memory serves me correctly, this theater right here was painted like a pinkish or a reddish. You can definitely see that in the film. And that was all that was filmed in downtown Blairstown for Friday the 13th. Yeah. Except for the diner. Okay, so we had to break away from downtown up here on the main highway, which is Highway 94. I returned, or I should say we returned, but for the first time together, to the Blairstown Diner. All right, guys, the last time I was at the Blairstown Diner, which was 5 years ago, going on 6, they weren't embracing the movie like they are doing today. Look here on the corner, Camp Crystal Lake. They got the sign there, and they should have some Friday the 13th stuff inside. Now, this is only used in the movie for a brief second. Steve Christie, which is the main guy at Camp Crystal Lake, came up here to have a late night lunch or breakfast. He's actually drinking coffee in the scene, and you briefly see a little bit of him in the counter, and then when he's coming out, it's raining, it is storming, and he comes out to his Jeep, and you see a corner, just a little piece of the diner as you see it today. Now, I don't know if it looks the same as it did back then. It was hard to match it up. I remember talking about this in my thorough filming locations video. But this is the diner, the second diner as you've seen today for Friday the 13th. Pretty crazy to think that the real original Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake sign is just a few miles that way is Camp Novi Bushku. And after we eat here, we can't get on the camp because it's a Boy Scout camp. You can only get out there if you do the tours, but we can go to the entrance and check it out. Also, right over there is just where we just were. There's the Blue Theater right next door. Was the entrance to that diner. Open every day 6 to 9 if you want to come check it out. The diner from Friday the 13th, and they embrace it here as you can see. We've got actor CJ Graham, who played Jason in my favorite Friday the 13th movie. I love the first one, but part 6 just has a special place in my heart. I think this was a previous event. I think this already happened, but CJ has been here. And here we go. Oh wow, they got shirts in here.
How you guys doing?
Hey, good. How's it going? Welcome to the diner from Friday the 13th.
With silverware, you can have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Just outside, she'll be right back in.
Got Jason over here in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Look at him.
There's one by the bathroom too. It's all the car.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Oh, this is so cool. Last time I was in here, they didn't really have all this. Oh yeah, they are plastered with memorabilia. We got Mrs. Voorhees up here. We've got posters, and we got like bloody handprints in the back. And check it out. Got the mask. So I believe Mr. Christie, Steve Christie, is sitting here at the bar inside Friday the 13th. Is it the second stool right here? Thank you.
It was actually turned around, but that's the stool.
This was it? They turned it around.
Yep.
So he was facing this way.
There was actually 2 doors on each side too.
Okay, yeah, it looks like they changed it. So the door over here and over there?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the grill and stuff like that was where Molly could stand.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense when you're watching the movie. All right, so the bar was in a different location in the movie. If you look over here in the corner that Jason's looking at, back here behind the bar today, you see this ice block glass. Well, here's the screenshot. Mr. Christie right there and the waiter. You see the block glass behind him? And then check out the bar below. So this bar has been moved. I think it was actually going, yeah, the bar was going down this way, it looks like, if that is the same block glass behind him. So, and also there was a door down here, and they did say when I walked in there used to be 2 doors. So Steve Christie is actually about right here. Jason would be looking right at Steve Christie. Look at that. And she has found a spot. There we go. We are sitting in the Friday the 13th, 2009 remake booth. Oh, don't look, Chris, right over your left shoulder. There's a bloody handprint. Oh, they forgot to wipe that one down. America's most popular horror diner. Looks like we got Spam, onion pepper, and American cheese omelet. Welcome to the world famous As Seen in Friday the 13th, the original Blairstown Diner. Let's check out the menu. I'm looking for the references in here. The first one I saw, they do serve breakfast anytime. They have the Ari, named after Ari Lehman, who played young Jason. We kind of cheated. We checked this out before we came up here. This is probably my favorite named Friday the 13th on the menu. Omelette. This has got the cool water.
Yeah.
Where'd you get there?
Do you need a minute yet?
Oh, just a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Route 94, Blairstown, New Jersey. You got you a souvenir.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting that. That's awesome.
As you can see, they have so much food here. We've got everything from breakfast to steaks to chicken breast. They've got something called Jason's Favorite Crispy Chicken. And then over here they have a summer camp hot dog. And then the slasher burger, which is most likely what I'm gonna get. I'm a burger guy. We are really close to Philadelphia, so they do have cheesesteaks, and they have a Crystal Lake Cheesesteak, Cooper cheese, mushroom, fried onions, and our signature salt and pepper ketchup sauce. They got a lot of sides here. They also have pierogies. Shout out to 13X Studios. I know he likes pierogies. Fear is on the menu, part 3. Blairstown presents celebrating 45 years of terror, June 13th, 2025. So this was a little over a year ago. This is one of the other events they had here. Here's some of their merchandise. I like this hoodie. You got Blairstown Diner Jason taking an axe to the actual diner. And Ari Lehman, Jason himself, signed this mask. I never die. Try the pie and coffee. And then here at the register, they have the same fan film we saw back at the antique store in Hope. Got some patches for you. Also some wristbands and some keychains. Just realized this is actually autographed by Betsy Palmer, Mrs. Voorhees. That's a rare one to get. And the food has arrived. My Crystal Lake Cheesesteak. I like that the sauce has like a red kind of tint there. And I got sweet potato fries. And what you get?
Grilled cheese.
That looks really good. All right, we just had a photo session over here. Cheesesteak with Jason. Yeah, those are great. We'll post those somewhere. The Crystal Lake Cheesesteak. Let's see what this thing tastes like. Cheese. And the sauce is kind of like a manwich sauce. Not like a barbecue sauce, but like the manwich sauce. It tastes really good. It's also got a little kick to it. And I like it. Like the onions and the peppers. I've had worse cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. What do you think? Pretty good? Good food here at the Blairstown Diner. They know what they're doing. Of course they do. Alright, as you can see, I killed it. If you have an Instagram, check out Blairstown Diner. Looks like coming up 2 nights, October 23rd and 24th, Friday and Saturday, $15. They're doing a hayride right here. And amongst the hayride is Robbie Morgan, who plays Annie, whose scenes we've been recreating throughout this video. She's going to be out here in the original filming locations.
That is really cool.
That is neat. You can ride a hayride with Annie, and it looks like it's happening from 6 to 10 p.m. There she is right there, Robbie. I've seen her at a convention before. I haven't gotten her autograph yet, but I need to. Always wanted to eat in here, and now we can say we ate in the Friday the 13th diner, just like Steve Christie. And you know what happened after he got back from the camp after eating his last meal, right?
Everything turned out fine.
Everything turned out fine, that's right.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. They do have plenty of pie, although we don't have any room for dessert. I see some lemon meringue. We
There's
got
a Pop-Tart one.
They got a Pop-Tart Liquid Death?
Strawberry Terror.
I've never seen those either. I should have got Liquid Death.
Yeah.
I'm such a big fan.
Can you?
I heard you are too. This is getting a Liquid Death to go. What flavor did you get?
The Psycho Cider. It's a limited edition.
Never heard of it. Cool. I am picking up this t-shirt for 20 bucks. I like the
Nice.
back too. Check this out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Blairstown
Yeah,
Diner.
that's awesome.
From
Good
the
choice.
diner. Follow me to the Blairstown Diner. That's great. We got to get one of those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's like the logo of the sign. And
Yeah. I like that.
all right, we came, we saw, we did the diner. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was quite an experience. The last time I was here, I don't think they had the same owner, so it wasn't all like immersed in Jason. I think it's really cool you can come out here, especially if you're going on the tour at Camp Crystal Lake, get some food, which the last time I was here, I did that. I didn't go inside, but I specifically remember bumping into people before I went on the overnight stay on Friday the 13th at Camp Novi Bushku. I remember bumping into people out here saying they were grabbing some food before they went out to the tour, because we were on the same tour. All right, Chris is walking me out here to show me where the convention is. It's out here in the field, and way out there, there's some deer. See the deer? They're way out there. I don't know if you can see it. There's also some geese over there. 3 deer. 1, 2, 3. I think I've seen a deer every day. Oh yeah, there's 2 right there. 2 doe. Hey guys. He's like, come on, get out. Let's go. They're scary. There's actually some kids playing in the creek down there too. This is a great area. It's bigger than it looked in your video. Chris said there's someone that got married out here that day too. Jason was the one that wed the lucky couple.
Yeah, Jason's an ordained minister.
Oh.
He gets around. He's busy. He's got other things to do, you guys.
We should have
got to make a living.
So you're saying we should have called Jason to Dinosaur Kingdom 2 the other day?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah. All right, what do you say? We drive up to Camp Crystal Lake?
Let's do it. What could go wrong?
Nothing at all. Seems like a peaceful place. And according to my directions, Camp Novi Bushku is 13 minutes from the Friday the 13th diner. Look at that. It's almost like I planned it. Hey, Buck. Buck 30. Cool. Okay, we just saw a bear cross the road. It just ran. We need to make sure there's like nothing else running.
Because that was a tiny one.
He's right there. He's there. See him?
Yeah.
There's the bear. Hey, bear. Seeing all kinds of critters. Kill, 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 kill. Ma, ma, ma.
Country bear jamboree around here.
Right? There are bears in New Jersey, and something just came back to me. I was right here in this spot driving to Camp Crystal Lake, and you can look this up to confirm it. But on the radio, I heard that Sean Connery passed away.
Oh.
And right here on Shannon Road, before you get to Sand Pond Road, which Sand Pond is the name of the lake that was used for Camp Crystal Lake and Camp Novi Bushku. But this is the bridge. You see Enos, who is the driver of that fuel truck, just remembered his name. Him and Annie crossed this bridge at the beginning of Friday the 13th. All right, so the entrance to the camp, we've turned around, we've passed it. Just to show you what's going on, you drive back this driveway here, and then for the event, you park over here underneath these power lines, and then they walk you back into the camp. And the camp's over here, and there's Camp Crystal Lake Sand Pond. The last time I was out here was September, Friday the 13th, 2024, and we woke up that morning and we took canoes out on Crystal Lake. It was awesome. All right, here we are, Sand Pond Road, the entrance. Now in the movie, they actually had a Camp Crystal Lake sign here. You see several of the vehicles turn off and go right underneath the sign. And I think they had one like over here too.
Wow.
And this has been a Boy Scout camp since 1927.
Yeah, 1927.
Although the sign says 1935 in the movie, it's a lot older than that. And it really feels like we're in the movie right here.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris asked me before we got up here, where did they film the scenes where they got killed in the woods and stuff? That was actually along this road all the way to the camp. Okay, I'm going to tell a story right here. I was just at the Dawn of the Dead Mall in Monroeville, Save the Monroeville Mall, side note, and I met Tazo. Tazo was the other special effects guy that worked with Tom Savini out here on Friday the 13th. And Tazo told me that him and Tom spent every night of filming out here. The rest of the cast went up to a hotel, but they stayed the night out here. What's so funny?
Because that's just so cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And I gave a lot of their secrets of what, well, no, I didn't really. It was all well-known stuff, but in that first video, I came out here about the snake. If you want to check out the old video, if you want to see, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to go onto this camp, I've already made 2 videos, so I will link those in the description below. And I am finally going to do something I should have done a long time ago. My Friday the 13th playlist has now been created.
There you go.
I have done so many of the movies, and there's still some I'm going to get to. I've just been doing a lot of research, but if you want to see anything Friday the 13th as far as my channel, check out my brand new Friday the 13th playlist on the main page of my YouTube channel, especially if you want to go down this road right here. You can get the whole tour, and it's on the main page of my YouTube. It's the top video. I want to thank you so much for this day, because I've been dreaming about this, and as you were just saying in your video, someday I wish to come back out and take the Camp Crystal Lake tour with Chris, whether it's overnight or during the day. I just want to do that with you. I know you want. We've been talking about that, so
Someday.
And if you guys want to do that, check out campcrystallaketours.com. Also put that link in the description. All these years later, I have so many people that come up to me and say, "Hey Jay, we went out there because we saw your video." And I'm telling you, it's like in the hundreds. And those are just the people I've ran into at horror conventions. And I'm so happy it worked out that way, because this filming location means so much to me. And it's one of my all-time favorite horror franchises. And it all began right here. So it's so cool to be a part of this history out here, and to inspire people to come out and take the tour, because it is a little pricey, but as I tell everyone, it's absolutely worth it, because this filming location is untouched. This has always been a Boy Scout camp, so they don't change much of it, and that's what's really cool about taking the tour. You're in Camp Crystal Lake. I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Check out Chris the Girl's video if you haven't subscribed to her channel. The link is in the description below, of course. And I just want to thank you all for watching. Again, we just hit 200,000 subscribers. And whether you subscribed after that or in the beginning, I just want to thank everyone individually, all of you, for always watching and being here. And it means so much to me. It means so much to the both of us. Thank you. And that's it. It all ended right here in New Jersey, Appalachia. Again, Jason's an Appalachian monster. The Appalachian Trail is just right over there. We saw it on the map. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. Kill, 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 kill. Ma, 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 ma. Kill, 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 kill. Ma, ma, ma. Kill her, mommy. Kill her.